good?
You good?
Yeah.
That might be his
Man, couches like that.
Shut your ass up.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning in for the second episode of the Master Debaters. Today, as usual, we have Alex, Mr. Logical, Ruben, Anger Issues.
Hold on. I have a question for y'all. Do y'all like eat these with the skin on or nah?
What the fuck?
I think I pissed myself.
That is...
Is that lemon?
I
thought it was a kiwi.
He pulled it out. I was like, why is it yellow? Bro, that thing was juicy.
I took a yum. Then we have Renee, the savage, me, the drunk, and Mickey, the cringe.
Today, for our first debate, we will be going over American and import vehicles.
Keep that in, Ruben.
That did not miss.
Keep that in frame, too. Let's keep that right by Ruben.
Alright, first we're going to take a vote to see what everybody prefers. Starting with Mr. Logical.
I don't know nothing about cars, but American.
I'm American as well.
You gotta go import.
Huge car fan. I love both, but I prefer American a lot more.
Oh shit.
I prefer import. American cars just don't do what imports do.
I need a shower.
Import lasts a lot longer than any pretty much American-made car.
Much
Well,
easier.
I mean, look how long the Dodge Charger, the 70 Dodge Chargers and all that haven't lasted.
But that's after over and over rebuilding engines,
Not
transmissions.
not
Hey,
even
what
that-
about
not-
the Nissans of 2018? During the summer, they broke down non-stop. They had to pull them back in because of that.
Hondas will last way past 200,000 miles without any
Well, that's-
problems at
Even a
all.
Toyota.
Toyotas.
Well, look, that's any car. You take care of your car, it's gonna last you. See, what people, when they first get a car, what they try to do is they'll, baby it. They won't floor it, and they'll baby it. But what you have to do when you first get a car, like, they'll baby it, and then, once they, they break it in, they'll start flooring it. And your engine isn't used to it after that. That's when you put the most strain on your engine. Which, when you first get a car, you drive it like how you drive. If you're heavy, you got a heavy foot, and you floor it a lot, that's how you're supposed to drive when you first get it, because then your engine will get used to that.
Gets used to it.
So, see, when people fuck up their engines, they're driving the car not how, their engine ain't, used to it.
But why does that make American better than import?
Well, no, I'm just saying that's why cars break down a lot.
American cars use cheap pieces and break. I feel like they make them to break. How does a motor mount break within a year in a muscle car? If you know it's a muscle, you know there's a lot of shake. Reinforce it. Use steel, man. None of this.
See, a classic American, that's all heavy metal. That's where they're so heavy. That's what's good about classic American. Classic American is built to last. These more modern American cars,
Yeah, these
it's a
new
lot of
Mustangs,
plastic.
these new Camaros, they're not what they used to be.
No.
But these import cars,
Are always the same.
they've been the same. They still last.
My stomach's on fire.
That's great.
Kids, don't take bites out of lemons. Peel the skin off.
Or be a savage and don't.
Just don't eat it at
Just
all.
don't.
But regardless, import has a lot better. I mean, not even with just parts, but with performance-wise, they last better than American-made cars. American muscle cars, especially, with not just parts, like I said, but just in general running.
And you gotta
Everything.
think, every time somebody wants a nice car, it's usually not an American car. They want the Mercedes, they want the Volkswagen, they want all these name brand cars that you know are gonna last.
Well, I get that,
How
but
about Lincoln? Isn't that American?
Is it?
Is it?
yes,
I'm
Lincoln-
pretty sure it is.
Lincoln is
Yeah,
an
it's
American car,
counted as
isn't
a
it?
luxury
General Motors.
car.
Yeah. Okay, but I mean,
Lincoln, Buick.
Lincolns are nice and stuff, but I mean, with
Lincolns are touchy.
But they don't break down very easily. Since they're luxury cars, they're meant to last.
well, same thing with import. Import has luxury cars as well.
I know, but you guys are shitting how American cars...
Like a Hyundai. That shit's
Hyundai.
just Hyundai?
Hyundai.
Hyundai. Hyundai.
Hyundai.
How do you guys say it? Hyundai or Hyundai? It's Hyundai.
I'll just put
Hyundai.
like the fucking the.
Hyundai.
You have to mention it.
Hyundai.
Hyundai.
But those cars, those are pieces of shit too. They will always break. They'll get smashed by a fucking smart car, no doubt.
Oh
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
because look, smart cars are literally just a roll cage. Literally, like
They're fun.
they're like, but
I
no,
feel like
like
if I hit it hard enough, I can go through it.
what, a smart car?
Yeah.
No, like
No,
they're
yeah.
no,
They're tough.
no,
Smart cars
they're-
are tough.
See,
They're
because they're that small, they have to reinforce it a lot, and like that frame is like straight roll cage around that car,
Mm-hmm.
so like they can
Like
take that.
Fiat.
hit. Yeah, like my mom's Fiat.
Fiats are great.
That beat his bike.
Yeah.
That shit's
Oh.
fast.
But to be fair, his bike has been in the shop for.
Longer than he's owned it.
But
I think
back to the topic.
that shit's wet.
I mean, I just think. Well, don't get me wrong. There is some good looking imports, but a lot of classic muscle just looks so good. Like the '70s Dodge Charger. It's a classic car. It looks great. It's got a great engine, and I've never heard of people who've had a '70s Dodge Charger have issues with it because they always take care of it, and it's a reliable engine. Dodge is a great brand.
I won't shit on you there. Dodge really is a great brand. But then again, that's the 1970s come up to the 2000s, 2018, 2019s. Those cars aren't there anymore.
Well, yeah, but
They don't. You're.
But what we're
a
so
lot of
really-
those are pure looks.
Yeah, but performance-wise, isn't Dodge still at the top of everything?
Oh, yeah.
Speed,
oh yeah, it's-
both off
Power.
and on.
literally they
track.
just came out with the strongest muscle car in production. The Exorcist, coming at like what 1,000 horsepower.
Yeah.
You come with it comes with a package of drag slicks.
But in order to get that, you have to buy the car, and then
The
upgrade it,
modifications.
which is the exact same price as the car. So you're buying two of them, pretty much.
And one thing I was about to say, you brought up that it's a lot of the modern cars aren't modern American cars aren't like that anymore. It kind of goes the same way for the imports. A lot of the greatest imports were the older ones. An R34, the original Toyota Supra. You've seen the new Supra that they came out with. It's not even a Toyota engine anymore. It's a BMW engine. It's no longer this with all newer cars. They're no longer manual. You got the paddle shifters and it's an automatic transmission.
That's because they're trying to make them sport cars. They're trying to make them more of the super sport cars where it's easier, but nobody wants those. We want the original stick shift. That's what we want.
I can agree on that. I really, there's nothing like driving an original stick. You feel like you're in control of that car.
And like you were saying about the imports, older ones, we're still in the 1990s with those older cars, the R34s. I mean, you're going back to the 70s for your cars.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean-
60s, 70s had good times for muscle cars and stuff, though.
Oh,
America
Well-
was owning the power at that time.
Yeah, that was what the industrial age.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the other countries, they were more focused on speed and racing for sports and stuff.
That's why a lot of
That's
them have
only
the
Europe.
all-wheel drive.
Yeah.
Not
Europe,
really anybody
Italy.
else.
No, Europe, Italy, Germany,
Yeah.
Japan.
Japan.
Japan did not care about speed. They cared more
The
about
R34s
industrial.
are Japan cars.
Well,
they
back
race.
then they
they're
didn't
still
really
a part of the
care.
racing
Yes, they
tournament.
did. The R34s not in the 1970s, but when
Yeah,
they
that's
came out
what
with
we were
theirs.
talking about.
Well,
We're
see,
talking about back.
when I look at the years, I'd say 70s and 60s they're more classic, but when you get to 90s, that's more retro. I'm talking more about classic muscle cars. There is some good retro ones. The Camaro Z06, the one that I believe Kyle Kelly has, the NOS one. It's a beautiful car, murdered out.
The Z-Rod.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Those are
Z28.
those are
All
great
those.
performing cars. Corvettes, they still hang up there.
Oh yeah.
This newest Corvette that just came
No,
out.
those are nice. The newest Corvettes are nice.
I like them, but I mean, I much prefer older cars than to the newer cars.
That- I'm with you on that one.
That's 100%.
I'm sticking new imports, old Americans. That's my answer.
Depending on how
Yeah.
old, I gotta go with the imports still. The R33, the R34, the old Toyota Supra, all those cars, the WRXs back then, the everything there. I gotta go with those.
Well, I mean, you're not wrong. Those are
Yes.
great cars, but I mean, again, I just gotta go back to classic American. You know, 70s Dodge Charger, 70 Chevy Chevelle, a Nova. Like they're yeah.
Oh,
See,
yeah.
Nova. You know, those are great cars. You know, they're great for drag racing. You know, it's a nice car. I think they're reliable. You take care of them, they're gonna last you.
You get the Skylines, the all-wheel drives. They'll beat those cars off the line every single time. Every time. So you guys let us know what you think. You guys like American? You guys like import? Let us know. I mean, if it's that
The comments
interesting.
down below.
Yes, those.
Are you,
No.
why are you messing with the lemon? Why are you messing with the lemon?
You eat it.
You gonna eat it?
You eat it.
Okay.
Do it.
All right.
I'm gonna introduce the next topic now. This topic we're gonna do movies versus TV shows to see which one is better. And we-
Oh my god!
He's dying right now. He knows he is.
Leave the lemon alone, man.
Oh, God.
How sour is
we
that?
give you a spit bucket, right?
Oh, oh, that's upsetting my stomach. Oh,
Don't do drugs, kids. Stay in school.
the
Don't
smacking,
do
the
lemons.
smacking.
Don't do lemons.
Yeah, stay away from the lemons, man.
Spit it out, mother.
Okay,
Okay, now it's good.
spit it or swallow it.
He's good now. Do you spit or swallow?
Spitters are quitters, kids.
Oh my God.
Alright, we're gonna go ahead and do a vote on.
This reminds me. When you don't tell her that you're about to come.
Oh,
Oh,
my God.
come on.
Where's the nut button?
Not.
Alright, we're gonna do a vote to see who likes movies and who prefers TV shows.
TV shows.
Apparently,
He didn't say that. I'm TV shows.
TV shows as well.
I'm TV shows.
movies.
So
First of all, with TV shows, you build the relationship with the characters throughout the series, especially when there's multiple seasons. With the movie, I mean, it's there and they're gone.
Character development.
Not always. Not if you do like
A series.
a series of movies like with Avengers, with the whole Marvel universe. Actually, right now they went from Iron Man and they built up all the way to Avengers,
I'm
which
dying.
we're gonna do Endgame right now.
This
And
is
they
my
brought in
movie.
every character and they tied every movie to each other.
See, and they even have
Building
TV
up.
shows tied into that too, though. So
to build up on a
Okay, if you
don't
want
get
to
me
go
wrong.
with TV shows, they're all over the place because first off, literally, Archie had Predator in it. Okay, you know what the fuck Archie is?
no.
What the fuck?
It's the fucking kid from the old, like newspaper comics. He got a TV show.
Really?
Yeah, fucking what is it called? Riverwood. That's Archie.
Really?
Okay.
It's a more modern Archie,
What the fuck?
and literally, that's tying that Predator is fucking real. Like,
Yeah.
what
Okay.
the fuck?
Well, I mean, look, movies can go the exact same way too. We were
I
just talking
feel
about this
so
the
fucking
other day.
disgusting.
Who was it? From the Marvel universe. The Duck.
Oh, Howard the Duck.
Howard the Duck.
Howard the Duck. What about that Howard the Duck movie that came out? What was it? 80s.
It was
Okay,
89.
we don't talk
Okay,
about that.
we don't talk about that. Just like Shaq Fu, we don't talk about it.
Just like Shaq Fu.
Shaq Fu.
Just like
Or
or
Steel.
Steel,
Ugh.
or like Green Lantern. We don't talk about those.
What about Max Steel? Do you guys remember Max Steel?
Max
No.
Steel?
I know what you're talking about.
I don't know if he was like a Disney superhero or what the fuck. He
I
had
think-
metal arms.
I think it was Marvel Disney creation.
It was weird, but I remember seeing it when I was very young.
Look, I don't think it's fair
Fucking gross.
that you can bring up, some of the worst TV shows, but we can't bring up, some of the worst.
What worst TV show is Riverwood bad? No,
Have you
it's
ever
actually
seen
on
Riverwood?
top.
I actually haven't seen Riverwood.
Man,
See, I always
yeah.
hear good
It's
TV
actually
shows
up
and they
there.
end up garbage, like Weeds. I always heard that was a great TV show. Blah blah. I watched it. That shit was boring as hell. But
face is
like-
stupid.
Not many movies do the whole series though. I mean,
Not
there's
much.
a
Yeah.
couple, and then even with the movies from back then, they try to remake them and they just ruin them.
Exactly. Like
yeah,
the
but some
ones.
movies are just made as standalones, and that's that. While TV shows, they have to try each time, you know, to make the show, to make it connect and stuff. And a lot of the times that shit fails.
A lot of the time, the relationship you gain with that character is forced.
Look at it this there's amazing movies like Rocky, even if you want to go older, because that's still going along with Creed, and it's still a whole story
Yes.
going in with it.
Yep.
But a TV show will always progress until no one watches it. I mean, look at Family Guy, South Park, The Simpsons. They've been going 20 seasons. They've been from the 90s, still going strong, and they're still adding to their story. A movie has to end eventually. Rocky had to change into Creed. Eventually, they made The Expendables because all their movies weren't doing as well as they used to, and now they had to make that, and it was a great movie to me. They're great movies, but you can't watch them every day. Like, I can
My
put
mom
Family
does.
Guy on and just have it in the background.
Exactly.
Dude,
You can have
can't say-
anything in the background.
I can't
That
put
does-
a movie on and just
Why
have
can't
it shown.
you?
it's the same shit.
Because with the movie, you more have to pay attention to it.
You don't have to. You don't have to pay attention to shit.
You don't have to
It's-
pay attention to TV show.
Yeah.
The fuck? I
Literally,
jumped into the
you're
middle of Grey's
wrong.
Anatomy the last time I was here, dude. What the fuck?
And you got into it.
I was
I
mad
jumped
at
in,
every
you were
character.
into
Every
it,
character
but it
pissed
drew
me off.
you in. It drew you in by just watching a couple minutes
Okay,
of
but
one
like-
episode.
And there's a lot
Don't get me
more.
wrong. I don't
This
even
looks
watch
like
Grey's
more.
Anatomy, but
This looks
I mean,
like
it
more.
drew him in.
See, and that's what I like more about TV shows, because I mean, you know, you got more episodes to build up that relationship with the character, and you know, if there's a character you don't like, you know, you're gonna, you know,
Or
hate that character more as
If
well.
there's cringe characters, like for example,
Oh boy.
For example.
Oh my hair.
water.
For example,
Oh,
Bring
what's
the
he-
water.
what's
I
he-
need to
what's he
wash
getting?
my hands.
What is he doing?
but
Water.
Oh,
Shit! Open this. My
you know,
hands.
bring another Corona. I'm gonna be out of this one soon.
Corona.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Into the bucket. Into the bucket.
Ugh.
What?
Okay.
What?
He's washing his hands.
he's watching
Oh.
this ass. Motherfucker.
He's got lemon juice
You
all
good?
over.
Yeah, I'm good. God, it was so sticky.
I'm a
It's in
cringe
my
character.
beard.
Yes, you are.
One person that makes me cringe a lot, and it's a really popular show, The
The
Office.
Office. Michael.
Michael
Alright.
makes me cringe
Alright,
so
look.
hard. I love, what's his name, Steve Carell,
I love Stanley.
but in this, he fucking...
Oh.
My keys! My keys!
Oh shit.
Who put my keys in Jello?
Alright, by rule of Michael Scott, you gotta eat it up. You gotta eat it up.
You didn't bring me a spoon.
Nope.
Flip
Use your
that
hands.
bitch.
Use your hands
Nice
in your face.
I want to hear it.
You already ate a lemon. You want? This ain't
Oh.
ASMR.
That's not all the way hard yet.
Nope.
I see for you.
Oh, I mean it's not bad, but it's not all. The...
God, this sucks.
So how are your
You have
TV
to
shows
rope
now?
Oh, these are
Everything.
gross too.
Yeah.
There's grease and dirt all over
Eat
them.
it out. You gotta eat it out.
Eat it out.
By law, by rule, you gotta.
How are your TV shows now?
What? He just.
He
So in
pointed
the end-
you out.
In the
That's
end,
fucking gross.
I still vote.
Oh, come on.
God.
That's fucked.
No, but look,
Give
with
me a
shows,
napkin.
a lot of shows, you know, they go. I'm holding this. I've been with this, but a lot of shows they go on for seasons. Like The Walking Dead, you know, it's going on strong. A lot of people still watch it. Not anymore.
Yes, it is.
A lot of people watch it.
Probably, you
Game
probably
of
don't watch more,
Thrones.
but Game of Thrones.
I never
and,
watched it.
Walking Dead. But if people want to start watching it, they have to go all the way back
To understand.
just to be able to understand one episode ahead.
Okay,
So they have to stay back and watch hours versus hours and hours.
but that's what makes them
Episode.
good.
See, a TV
I-
show
I-
can be like a hobby. You
Yeah.
can look forward to watching the new episode every week, or if you're going into an older series, you actually look forward to seeing a new story every day rather than a movie.
story.
Yeah.
Okay,
yes.
how about this?
It's
Let's talk about my favorite TV show, Supernatural.
Okay.
Do you know how many fillers there are? That's
Yeah,
not
that's-
even a
that's-
story.
That's gonna be a part of it. Naturally,
Yes.
it's gonna be a part of
It's
it.
because they're not creative. They don't know what the fuck to do anymore.
I still
But-
find them very creative about everything they did.
With the
Everything
movie,
they do.
with the movie,
I mean, fillers in general is just not created.
look at it this way. Even a movie like the Rockies, there's 6. Okay, so
Which of them
once
is
you
fillers?
watch them, but once you watch them, they're watched. There's nothing more to expect with a TV show. They might come out with a new episode.
And when
They
it
always-
ends, it
They
ends.
always have something to expect, and once it ends, it ends. At least I had 100 to maybe even 300 episodes to watch.
That's a lot. Though.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
yeah,
a-
that's
but
doing
it gives
too
you
much.
something to do.
But that's giving you a certain like dilemma. You have to watch it. You can't just be like, okay, well I'm on season 4, they're on season 10. I'ma just fucking jump to season. You can't do that.
No, when
I
you're
mean,
watching
you
a
can.
show.
But
Look,
You
TV
can do
shows-
that with
Fan
Rocky.
it.
You can
Look.
watch Rocky 1, then jump straight to Creed because
Look,
that is
if
his
you
whole
enjoy
different
that TV
story.
show,
not,
you're gonna want to do that.
No,
you're
you
gonna
can-
want to
you
watch
can't-
it throughout, completely.
you
You're
can't
not
do
gonna wanna
that with
skip
Rocky. You're gonna go from Rocky 1 to go to Creed to find out that freaking Drago killed Creed. Or yeah.
Yeah,
Spoiler
that was in
warning.
what? Rocky
Spoiler.
3. Rocky 3.
Yeah.
So you can't watch Rocky 1 and then go jump straight to Creed and be like, oh, Apollo Creed's son?
It's a sperm.
Apollo
You know
died in 4.
I saw you make some
Yeah.
Jello too, and I was wondering where's the Jello at. Kind of wanted some.
That's horrible.
Well, now you got some.
Yeah.
How's it taste?
God, my face.
But my point is, there's like 100 hours of TV shows. There's only 2 hours per movie, and even
Depends
a
on the
long
movie.
movie series, even Harry Potter, there's only gonna be like 10, 12 hours of footage. Okay, you 2 hours a movie, even 2.5 hours. You're only gonna get up to about 10 hours in a large sequel. You got a TV show, a whole season's like 5 hours that you have to binge watch, and if there's like 8 seasons or whatever, that's fucking weeks. That's weeks of watching a great show, even if it is filler. Like even anime, Naruto has what 500 episodes?
I don't
God.
think we should bring up anime.
Because that's a whole.
That's a whole other debate.
different debate.
But I mean, again, he's right with the filler. There's gonna be filler, but if it's
Yeah.
a good show you like, you're not gonna mind that.
But that's giving
I
you
will
a
mind
responsibility
when
of
there's
watching
500
it.
episodes for me to just be able to catch up to everyone else.
Yeah. Like if someone tells you, oh, this show is good, you should watch it. Oh, how many episodes is it? Oh, it's about 25 episodes per season. What season are you on? 13. You're not gonna fucking watch that. There's no way in
That's
hell.
why I don't watch One Piece. There's too much.
That's
Once
literally
again,
what I just started
anime.
watching. I just started watching.
But Ruben, that's how I started on The Office. I hated The Office just because you like The Office. And then you got me.
What the hell does that mean?
I don't know. It made me hate The Office because I don't know. For some reason I hated it because you liked it. And you know what? I started watching it and I got into it. I watched it at least 3 times by now.
No, my beer. No, let's not spill anything.
Dude, I still
more.
haven't even
We live
finished The
here.
Office, and I recently got into it, and I'm still trying to finish it. But it's like I'm not trying to go like, oh, I have to finish this now, or I have to
Exactly.
do
So
this.
it's not something that like you have to sit and watch. You guys are talking
Exactly.
about 500 hours. You don't have to watch 500 hours in a week.
Oh,
I mean, you can, regardless, but still.
that was someone.
Oil.
That yep.
But,
That was
I mean,
oil.
you can watch. You can watch it throughout.
straight to my nose.
You can watch it throughout months, and you'll still know where you are.
But then
You watch a movie once, and it's over.
you know you rewatched movies before.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
But
Yeah.
after,
But
after
that
Iron
it still
Giant.
gets old.
I've watched that movie so many times. Great movie.
Look at that. See, that just like did a whole counter to your own argument right now.
Cartoons over live
No, that's
action.
not a counter at all.
Well, he
You-
said
you
you watch a
re-
movie over and over, you get bored, and you just said I've watched that movie so many times, I fucking love it. It's amazing.
Well, yes, exactly.
it's
Don't get me wrong.
It's basically a counter to what he just said.
Don't get me wrong. It's not like I don't like movies. I
Don't
like
look at
movies,
that.
but I watch more TV compared to movies.
But that doesn't mean TV is better than
Look,
movies.
Take,
Just because
like,
you watch more doesn't mean that it's better.
Well, I watch
like
more because
saying-
it catches my attention more. Because
You good?
Like the Iron Giant, I probably watched a lot as a kid, but I didn't watch it for easily 6 years. Then watch it again, it's like a brand new movie. but you
It's
could
the
only
same
watch it
thing.
so much. Like, after a show, you're probably not gonna watch that show from beginning to end again. You're gonna go to random episodes, whatever you like. So fuck the filler. But you're always gonna enjoy the show, and it could always be new again. Like, oh wow, I don't remember this episode, but in the movie, you will always remember the movie.
Yes, because it leaves an imprint on you.
But not like a TV show doesn't.
Yeah.
But he just
There's
said
so
that
many
you
memorable
just,
moments.
you
He
literally
just
just said
said.
you forget shit.
Yeah, memorable moments. So everything has their memorable moments. There's
Yeah, so
many-
what argument did you just make except going in a full circle and biting your own ass?
Do we look like we're playing Snake? Stop it.
It's fucking disgusting. All I taste is oil from my keys.
Then stop playing with it. Just pull your keys out.
I know, you're like mixing it in together.
Well, I mean, I have
All right,
to
it's
eat it
time
out.
for our big debate, guys.
All right, you guys, let us know what you guys think. Movies or TV shows? Put them down in the comments. Of course, we read them.
Adventure time.
Hey, if we're still
Great series,
talking about anime, I want to eat your pancreas.
None of this. is
What?
a thing.
Regular show.
What? Ruben, edit that out.
Boku no Pico.
Oh fuck.
iCarly.
iCarly.
Hey.
Gibby.
Okay.
That's what good pussy sounds like.
I don't think that
Like
is.
You
this,
should,
like this,
no, you
like
should
this.
have said Ramon.
Ramon!
All right.
You missed
All right. So
your
who wants to introduce
I
the?
thought you said, make
Oh,
way
yeah,
in
make
I had to.
That's gross, dude. You gotta
Oh my
wash
God.
that. Nah, you can't even wash that, dude. Just throw that shoelace away. Get
What?
a whole new one.
Get a lanyard.
No. No.
Ah.
Smack it. I'll smack it.
Y'all better not.
Oh god.
If there's no oil, it's a good. I'm pretty sure that's a good part. They had no oil, I think.
What was
The
it?
Jello wasn't bad.
There was oil. Oh my god, it tastes poison.
Yeah.
Tragic.
Chug it. Chug it.
Tragic.
Chug it. Chug it. Yeah.
That's gross.
This coming from the guy who
Right.
just bit into a lemon.
I ate the whole lemon.
Anyways,
time peeling it.
it is time for our grand finale. The main debate of the night, which would be DC versus Marvel. We're talking comic books, movies, cartoons, everything. Who has the upper hand? So, Mr. Logical, whose side are you on?
You know, for me, honestly, you know, DC's animation has always been. I grew up on that. Look, thank you. That was
That was a lemon. That was a lemon.
They've always had a A1 with their animations. Marvel, though, live action is fucking phenomenal. But DC's coming up with live action. You know, Man of Steel, Wonder Woman, Aquaman. Wonder Woman, Aquaman, two best DC live actions. So I'm gonna have to go DC.
For me, DC is a very close home, but they've dropped the ball really, really hard. Especially right after the second Dark Knight. Right after that, they dropped it. So I'm gonna have to go Marvel.
Yeah, throughout everything I've watched, I wasn't big into comics or anything like that, but throughout the movies and stuff, the shows I watched, I'm gonna go Marvel.
I mean, all throughout my life, I've watched more DC. I grew up, Batman Beyond, the Justice League, the animation of just DC. It's just so great. I gotta go with DC.
My blanket's destroyed.
See, I grew up on DC as well, watching Justice League, Teen Titans, all those cartoons, even the movies, Doom, all those.
Oh, Doom Patrol.
But I've been learning a lot more about Marvel lately, and the more I learn, Marvel has great heroes. I think it's more thought through. I'd have to go with Marvel over DC right now.
So the thing is with DC is they fucked up with live actions since like almost the beginning. Like almost every live
The
action.
Batman nipples.
They brought the bat nipples.
George Clooney.
Edit that in.
fuck.
Okay, can we get some nipples on screen?
It's fucking his bad
Alright,
nipples,
you know what?
all that shit. Oh my god.
But
Ryan
I will
Reynolds
say
doing that
this.
shit.
Michelle Pfeiffer's Catwoman back then,
Mm.
that was good. And who was Batman then? It was Michael Keaton.
Yep, Michael Keaton.
Yeah, they actually made. I think that's the
Terrible
first
Terrible
live action.
Batman.
That's the first live action one they made him kill.
It was a terrible Batman, but Michelle Pfeiffer did really good as Catwoman.
She, yeah.
And for some reason, I don't understand this. Throughout everything, she is labeled the sexiest woman alive because of that scene.
I'd fuck her.
Was Michelle Pfeiffer an Ant-Man? Wasn't she the Wasp?
She's a mom. She's a mom.
the Wasp, the original Wasp.
The original Wasp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was crazy seeing
That's
that
gross.
too.
You'll fuck that?
I'll fuck.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, fuck it. Gotta get
kidding
some
me?
gilf up in
Fuck
here.
it.
Now I'll go with Domino.
But I want to bring it more towards the animated for DC because that's where they
That's
really
where-
shine.
Yeah.
Like Batman Beyond, like the sound, the animation,
The story.
and the
Batman
story.
animated series was absolutely
Batman-
amazing.
yes.
It was.
Oh my god! Like
That's why they
Really
brought
great.
in Harley
They,
Quinn.
like, they take some
That is
like
what
dark
they said.
turns that really catch you off guard.
Fucking The Killing Joke.
Oh wow, yeah.
That was a dark one.
God.
Fucking loved it.
But see, the Marvel cartoons were never good to me.
Okay,
the
some
X-Men
of
was
them were
all,
good.
The X-Men was all right.
The
I-
Amazing Spider-Man cartoon was really good. They portrayed Peter Parker
Yeah.
like Peter Parker is supposed to
Okay.
be portrayed, unlike in the movies.
Yeah.
He's supposed to be a snarky, remark kid.
Was it Ultimate Spider-Man? I never liked Ultimate Spider-Man.
No,
Anything
Ultimate
about
wasn't
it,
that
it was garbage.
And then they have that that Avengers cartoon that just
That,
doesn't look
yeah.
great. It doesn't look great at all.
No.
no.
Now
And,
they got
uh,
the Kid Avengers and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's no.
No, just stick to the movies. The movies are amazing.
Yes.
Comics are amazing.
The comics are amazing too. But the DC animated movies are way better than their
Animated
live action
movies,
movies.
The animated
Yeah.
shows.
Like their live action movies, they really gave.
I haven't seen Aquaman or Wonder Woman.
Aquaman-
I have
Aquaman was
really good.
really good.
That was
They
really,
did
really good.
Fucking Jason Momoa did a fucking
Amazing.
amazing
Oh my God,
job
yeah.
as Aquaman.
I don't know who
He's
played
Baki.
Ocean Master, but he really did well with him. And I really don't like
Spilling
Black
every time you put it
Manta
down, Mickey.
doing that, like getting his ass whooped twice and then not even being part of the movie anymore. Oh, spoiler alert.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
major spoiler
If
right
you guys
there.
don't want to hear spoilers, cover your ears. Can you put a time warning down there, Ruben?
We'll put
Yeah,
it in,
we'll
the
put a-
in the description or something.
No,
no,
Or
no, like
before,
just-
before
Just put
we
like
get into
flash spoiler warning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, you spoiled it for me because I have not seen that movie yet.
Do you even know who
Damn.
Black Manta is?
Yes, I know he's Aquaman's main enemy.
Not really, but he's not
One
the
of them.
main.
Well, I know he's one of them.
In the
Yes.
comics, he's a pretty big
He's
villain.
Hey.
a pretty big villain. Yeah.
Another thing I never liked about DC compared to Marvel was Marvel is a lot more relatable in tune to characters. Like, you can feel for the characters on a personal level. DC, not really. They're usually all aliens. It's all make believe. It's a lot of fucking fiction and shit.
They're all aliens.
Well, I
See,
mean,
the one thing I will give Marvel with their storylines and stuff, they know how to tie everything together. They make they
Yes.
think the shit through in the comics and the movies and everything to make sure that okay, this movie is gonna lead us into this, which is, and then into this other movie, which is gonna lead us into this whole big story, like with Iron Man, you know, starting off and leading into Avengers, and then into Thanos.
Introducing everybody into becoming groups.
And
Like
then-
what I
and-
liked in Infinity War was seeing Guardians of the Galaxy saving Thor, stuff like that.
Or how they
Yeah.
slowly brought up every Infinity Stone. That's the one thing I do
Yeah.
give Marvel is they really think the shit through.
They mentioned everything since the beginning and it all
Yes.
just lined up.
like
Um,
perfectly.
one thing I kind of want to go back on. You said Marvel has more characters that you can kind of believe. You guys have a talking raccoon.
That's fine.
We
See-
have a talking raccoon.
He was
And
bio,
a talking
bio
duck.
what's
And
it
a
called?
talking duck?
He
That's
was
it?
together basically. Yeah,
You
he
have-
went
he
into a
was
raccoon.
made.
He was made in
Yeah.
a lab.
It was a
Yeah.
human into a raccoon body.
What about a tree?
Oh, but that's
The
and-
tree.
and
He's
a
an
tree.
alien.
He's an alien.
There's
How about
still
your guys'?
aliens in Marvel and
Yeah,
stuff,
yeah,
but
there's
they're
aliens
more
in DC
But
too.
we don't have as many. We
Yeah.
have people just portraying as a hero because that's
The
what
whole Guardians of the Galaxy, that's nothing but aliens. Thanos,
Peter Quinn.
He's
He's
just
half.
partly
He's
God.
half.
He's
He's
part
half.
God.
Come
He's-
on now.
He's part God. I give him that.
But like, look at
But
okay,
that doesn't
Spider-Man
make him
got
an
bitten.
alien. Part God doesn't make him an alien.
But it doesn't make him human.
It
either.
doesn't make
Exactly.
him human.
But it doesn't make him an alien.
He's a deity.
You're saying, you guys are saying that, like,
All right, but
everyone
We're
of
just
our
saying they're
galaxy
not
is an alien.
human.
But look at
But they're
DC's
not aliens.
heroes, okay?
But we're not
Name
saying that.
name all of DC's top heroes. Where did they come from? Where did Aquaman come from? I don't know his backstory. First
He's
of all,
part human, part Atlantean.
Yes.
see, but the
Atlanteans
only-
were from Earth.
most people aren't from Earth. Like
But
I know
then
Batman's just a normal
They
human, but like
adapt,
Superman,
overcome, and
different
improvise
planet.
underwater.
Wonder Woman, different
No.
planet. Green Lantern.
Wonder
It's
Woman's not from a
adapting.
different planet.
Green Lantern-
She's
Green
She's-
Lantern is-
she's
I'd
from
say
Earth.
from
I
different-
thought it was from Amazonia or whatever. I thought
The
that was some other
mascara?
place.
Mascara.
Which is on
Yeah.
Earth.
Yeah. It's just a
Yeah.
hidden realm.
It's a hidden. Yeah, it's just hidden. It's
Green Lantern.
It's an
Oh, okay.
island that's
You're
just
talking
hidden from
Some
man.
Wakanda shit.
You were
Yeah.
talking
it's
about,
a
you brought up
Wakanda.
Green Lantern. Hal Jordan is from Earth.
I didn't
Okay,
know.
how about the rest of the Green Lantern Corps
But, yeah,
from
his-
different sectors?
Yeah,
John
his
Stewart.
powers aren't.
Aliens.
That's still the Earth.
Like,
I said from
in
different
Marvel?
sectors.
Oh. Your
Okay,
main
yeah,
villain
different
at the
sectors
moment
are
is
different
a
parts of the
giant
universe.
purple-
But
you
that's
can't,
still
you
a-
can't put in
Who
different
snapped
sectors.
to
From-
wipe out half the
But that's
galaxy.
still
Come on.
the
Saturn's
Green
moon
Lantern Corps.
or Jupiter's moon.
Yes. What happened?
No, I was bringing up that you guys, Marvel's main villain right now is a giant purple guy with a weird chin who
How about
snaps and erases.
Superman's?
Born
How about
on the moon.
Superman's one? The green guy with purple things on his head? What's his name again? Brainiac?
I give you that.
What the fuck is that? He collects worlds and keeps them in snow globes.
But he's pure
Is that any
thought.
better than having a glove
Yeah,
that you
a
put
thought.
rocks into and
Thought
snaps and
for
erases
this
half
dog.
the universe?
And his
They
life.
built the story towards it.
Yes,
It's
and
the
in
beginning of time.
DC in the animated series they've built up to that too.
Alright, but look, how is DC relatable to a person? Like, in Marvel, I can feel for them, say,
I can feel for the downfall of Iron Man. Tony Stark fell into his demons, which was alcohol and other shit.
yeah, but
That is human. That is nothing but pure human emotion.
even Batman has no feelings for anything
What
whatsoever
about
Other
except
than
justice.
Shazam?
Huh?
Shazam.
Billy?
Billy.
The child?
The child.
The child.
There's nothing more to say other than the child.
Yes.
He kept his secret from the Justice League, only that Batman found out because he's
A detective.
Batman. He's the world's best detective.
And
How
he-
relatable is that?
Sherlock
Nothing
Holmes
is
dog.
relatable in DC to
See,
me.
what I like about
Batman?
DC
Or
is,
Billy?
you know,
DC in general, nothing's relatable.
Not
See-
really.
what I liked about DC, you know, just how over the top they are, you know, it makes you dream that, you know, you want to be able to do that, you know, imagine you could have Superman's power, fly around, shoot lasers out from your eye.
Yeah, it's a more imagination
And
thing.
that's
the same-
that's
it's
what
the
I
same
like
thing
about
with
that.
Marvel, though. You have the same thing.
Well,
Imagine
yeah,
being
but
Iron Man flying around in a metal suit.
But you guys were saying that that's more human, like,
Yes.
Exactly. It's makeable.
It's more believable.
Marvel?
Just a tad
Yes.
bit. Yes.
Marvel is more believable than DC. Yes, that's what I've
Literally,
been
a
trying to get to.
superhero serum can
Relate-
pop up at any moment. The only thing that I really think is believable for the fucking DC is Bane's Venom. They were testing out a Venom product in a prison
What
to
about,
see how fast it kills the inmates.
What about Scarecrow's fear gas?
Fear gas? That's
Oh, no,
that's
that-
kind of
That's
that's
just bad shrooms.
That's touching a tip that I'm not gonna go to.
and then what about Joker's laughing gas?
Laughing gas? Okay.
Laughing
how
gas
the
already
fuck-
exists, dog.
Yeah, how the fuck are you gonna change the laughing gas? That's what? Just helium?
I think it's helium with poison or some shit.
Dihexa.
Nitrous
Helium.
with
Helium.
poison. It's a bunch of shit.
Well, just put the thing on the screen.
Yeah.
Put it up
That,
there.
that doesn't make you smile and die from a horrid.
It is if they
Laugh.
overdose you with that shit.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
So
like with
their
anything.
smile's gonna disfigure.
That's not what I meant. When you said die, it will kill you.
I said die with a disfigured
Don't do
smile.
drugs.
Okay, but you can still die with it. It might not give you the disfigured smile, but you can.
Then
seriously
it's
die
not
from it.
laughing gas.
It
It's
is
not
laughing
the laughing
gas.
gas that he's talking about. He
But
said
it's
the
laughing gas in
Joker's
general.
laughing gas.
Okay, so the Bane serum that they were testing on inmates, did that make him grow 3 times in size like that, like fucking Bane?
No, that's what
No.
I'm saying is not believable. It's not
I said that
fair.
that is pretty much the only one that can be believable because it was a certain serum that was meant to kill inmates faster, and it just so happened to make him stronger. That's it. His body was just used to it. That's it.
But
That's what I said.
But it's the same thing as going into the laughing gas. We're not saying he's gonna disfigure his smile and make him go, Joker on us. It's just saying that he will die from laughter.
Oh, I don't think
You're
you'll
gonna
die
laugh
from
to death.
laughter. I think you're gonna die from oxygen deprivation.
Which is, when you're
That
laughing.
can happen.
Bitch, you almost died laughing in my house like fucking.
I was joking. I was laughing and then started
Yeah,
joking.
this motherfucker is on my
For laughing,
on
though,
my
so
couch,
laughing kills
and
you,
he's like
guys.
this, and he's just
Oh.
like not being able to breathe because you were laughing.
Oh.
So yeah, you were laughing.
Oh,
No, not that one.
but
It's so bad.
that still doesn't.
But
Okay,
you
then
died
whatever.
from laughing, right?
Then I guess maybe Joker's laughing gas. If it was very narrowed down
It's
to
over.
just dying.
Do you want to tell me?
Well, you're talking about Bane's thing as in just narrowing down to just gaining strength.
I don't think it's that implausible for a certain serum to make you.
Steroids.
All right, viewers, what do you think? Marvel or DC?
Steroids!
Steroids.
Stay off drugs, kids. There's a lot of drugs
Not
out there.
just
a lot of drugs
inject
out.
steroids into every part of your body and see if you live.
Right
You're
in
gonna
the
be the
kneecap.
next Bane.
No.
In the
Don't-
butt
you
cheek,
can't
they
say
can't
that.
see it.
In the butthole.
Straight up the urethra.
Oh God, dude, why?
You can't say that.
Your dick.
Boom! Oh.
Best boner pills.
Best motor
No,
pills.
I mean, your
It shrinks
testicles
it.
will shrink. No, the testicles
Nah,
shrink.
you
Yeah,
Already there.
all you got is
Oh.
a stick now. You ain't got balls to play baseball anymore. You just got a baseball bat,
Oh,
okay?
fuck.
It's fine.
Hey, you know what I always wondered? If a bull has to fuck like 100 cows, like the mating bull, what if you give that motherfucker Viagra?
Ooh.
How far will he go? How much cows will he fuck before he dies?
Okay,
Dies.
listen to this. Why were
How
you
much
wondering
Viagra
that?
are you
Why?
giving him?
Why
Why'd you go
wondering
straight
that?
to death?
You think that bull's gonna stop, man?
Yes.
Yes,
Exhaustion is a thing.
it's gonna get raw down there.
He's gonna keep going.
Death by snoo snoo.
Oh, for sure.
Death by snooze.
Bitch, I'm a cow.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Cut.
Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. If you have any suggestions for any other debates you would like to watch us talk about, leave it down below. And don't forget to go check out any of our other videos that are up. Why?
Awkward. Ah. That was like my my ass with honey. What? I had a girlfriend. She wanted to give me a blowjob with honey. Never do this, by the way. Never. She didn't know what the fuck she was doing. She had me lay straight back so my dick's pointed up, and then poured honey down the tip, and then all around my body. So it got on the tip of my dick, a little on top, then all on my stomach and balls.
And then she sucked that sucking apparently because
She didn't suck very well, and it just felt really slimy. I was like, I don't like this. Get off me. So I kicked her off. And,
you're off.
and then, like, I got on top of her to, like, get ready to fuck. And
It was too sticky.
no, my ass cheeks didn't come apart. They're just like this. And I felt it, like, I felt it slowly pulling apart. You know when you, like, put glue between your hands and you do that?
Oh,
Imagine that with ass cheeks. It did not seem right.
All right, who's